Hello, I'm going to talk about adjectives. I will discuss first the participial adjectives, then I will go to extreme adjectives. I'm going to start with participial adjectives. Some participial forms of the verb, i.e. the present participial form that uses the ing, and the past participial form that basically uses the ed or any other past participial forms when the verb is irregular, can be used as adjectives. However, these are used in a slightly different way from normal adjectives. We usually use the past participle ending in ed to talk about how someone feels. Let's have a look at the following examples. I was really bored during the movie. Not, I was really boring during the movie. My brother is frightened of spiders. We don't say, my brother is frightened of spiders. On the other hand, we usually use the present participle ending in ing to talk about the person, thing, or situation which has caused the feeling. Look at the following examples. It was such a boring journey, so I was bored. My brother finds spiders frightening, so he's frightened when he sees spiders. As you can see, the ing and ed forms of the verb can be used as adjectives. However, they are not used arbitrarily. You need to choose between the two forms by looking at two major things. First, the noun that the adjective describes and the source of the reaction. You can use arrows to show this. If the noun that the adjective describes is the source of the reaction, we use the ing form. Look at the following example to see how to choose the adjective I should use. It was such an exhausting or exhausted journey that we fell asleep as we arrived home. As you see, the adjective describes the noun journey, and journey itself is the source of the reaction. So, the arrows go to the same direction, which is the noun journey. In other words, the adjective refers to the source of the reaction, so we use the ing adjective. Let's have a look at this example now and try to see the difference. We were exhausting or exhausted after that long journey, so we fell asleep as we arrived. See here that the adjective describes we, and the source of the reaction is the long journey. And this is why the arrows go in two different directions. In other words, the adjective describes something and the source of the reaction is something else. This is why we use the ed adjective. Let's now try these two sentences. I find these instructions very confused or confusing. Could you come and help me? John was confused or confusing since the instructions were not very clear. In the first sentence, the adjective describes instruction, which is at the same time the source of the reaction. This is why the arrows go to the same noun. So we choose the adjective with the ing, that is, confusing. In the second sentence, the adjective describes John, and the source of the reaction is the instructions, which means that the arrows go to two different nouns. This is why we choose the ed adjective. Let's now move to another type of adjectives, which is called extreme adjectives, or the so-called non-gradable adjectives. Some adjectives in English are gradable. That means you can have different degrees or level of that quality. For example, the weather can be a little hot, rather hot, very hot, extremely hot. In addition, gradable adjectives can be subject to comparative and superlative. For example, the weather today is hotter than yesterday, and the weather today is the hottest in this week. Extreme adjectives or non-gradable adjectives, on the other hand, are words that mean extremely plus the adjective itself. For example, boiling means extremely hot. So the weather can't be a little bit boiling or very boiling, because the word boiling itself automatically means extremely hot. In general, gradable adjectives can be preceded by adverbs like very and so. We can say, the weather is very hot, or the weather is so hot. On the other hand, extreme or non-gradable adjectives are preceded by adverbs like absolutely and completely. We say, the weather is completely boiling, or the weather is absolutely boiling. But we don't say, the weather is completely hot. Here's a list of some non-gradable adjectives and their matching extreme adjectives. We say angry, and the extreme adjective is furious. Bad and its extreme adjectives might be awful, terrible, or horrible. Big, huge, or gigantic. Cold, freezing. Dirty, for example, its extreme adjective is filthy. Funny, hilarious. Good, it might have more than one extreme adjective like wonderful, fantastic, or excellent. Hot, boiling. Hungry, starving. Old, ancient. Tired, exhausted. This is the end of our vocabulary lesson. Hope you enjoyed it. Thank you very much. Have a nice day.